Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Got Nice Gaming and another episode of MLB 15, the show, Road to the Show, with our first baseman, Alfred Russo. He is currently playing for the AAA Bats, the Louisville Bats, and he is in that Cincinnati Reds franchise organization where he is working his way through to try to get to the majors. We are here taking a look at the Reds roster and some of the players that are involved here with it. I was looking at this a little bit and was trying to consider, I created Al as an 18-year-old, and he is behind Joey Votto, who is in the majors and a very good first baseman at that. And I was trying to decide if maybe we should move him to another position so that he can get to the majors a little quicker. Not really sure yet what I want to do with that. I kept looking around the infield. They're pretty solid at third base. They're pretty good at second base with an older second baseman. Maybe move him to the outfield where we have Marlon Byrd, who's 37 years old, and possibly put him there, and I'll get him up to the majors a little bit quicker. Not exactly sure. But to leave him at first base with Joey Votto there is going to be a completely uphill battle, I realized, looking at Joey Votto's numbers and whatnot. Unless he gets hurt, there's really no opportunity for Alfred Russo to move up. What can we do with him? Looking at his contract and salary status and everything, I think he's got 8 years left here, according to what it looks like on this year. I'm not sure if that was his full contract. I'm not sure if that's what's left. I tried looking it up, like Googling it and whatnot, to see what I could find, and it looks like he has like 4 years left on his contract for real, in real life. I don't know if that really translates to the game or not. I think it does. Not exactly sure. But either way, we've got a long way to go to surpass Joey Votto with an overall of 87, and you can see some of his numbers, discipline and clutch and the contact versus right-handers and the power, the fielding. I mean, we got a real long way to go. It's a real long uphill battle, and I don't want Al to wind up as a career AAA player. So we're going to have to make some decisions going forward pretty soon on what we're going to do with him, and something to definitely think about. Like I said, Joey Votto's got looks like a lot of years left on his contract, and he's a very good first baseman. What do you do? What should we do? Something to definitely consider and think about for the future. Like I said, the options in the infield are tough. Second base, older player, but pretty good. Shortstop looked like it was a spot where we might have an opportunity, but he was never really designed or developed as a shortstop from the beginning, so that would be an extremely tough transition. Third base, they have a good young third baseman who's like 29 years old, and with an overall of like 84. So that definitely puts us into a predicament for sure. How do we get Alfred Russo to the majors as quickly as possible? Do we ask for a trade from the Reds, or do we stick with this organization? What can we do going forward for him? But that's going to be an issue for another day. Right now, we got to figure out what we're going to do. Maybe you feel do better at a new position. Let your manager know. I mean, this is where we got to think about what are we going to do. Definitely something for the future to consider. We're going to get ahead and jump into some game action. We're going to sim ahead a few games to work through this a little bit. It's a lot to do. Oh, wait, here's a trade. The Pirates trade left field Carlos Quentin to the Reds for center fielder Dwayne Williamson. So we give up our center fielder for a left fielder. I looked up Carlos Quentin, not much of a threat if we decided to go for the outfield position. Left field would probably be the best option for us if we decide to go to outfield. So this doesn't really pose much of a threat for us going forward. He is, again, an older player, probably just more or less a bench or a depth player is what they were trying to get with that. We're going to head and jump into some game action here. You can see the Louisville Bats are 64 and 66 to this point in the season here in AAA. We're getting closer to the end of the year, so we're going to have to think about what we want to do and if we want to showcase Al at a different position going forward and possibly going into the next season for 2016. We're going to get ahead and jump into game action. There's Al in his typical third spot in the batting order where he is most comfortable and does quite well for the team. And we can see his numbers as he only had a few games so far here in the AAA level. Nothing overwhelming, nothing underwhelming. First at bat here, He drives this one to left field, and it is deep, but not deep enough, and it's a routine fly ball, and he's out on that one. Gets the 11 points for the solid contact. In his next at-bat, he was 0 for 1 in his first. He'll step in here and get ready to take a hack at this one. Louisville is down 2-0 here. He's got nobody on and no outs. Takes that one, and it's a little bit up, but he cranks it out into left center, and the left center fielder dives for that ball. We're going to catch the replay on this one, folks. He was robbed of a hit. He was completely robbed. Check this out. He completely laid out that left fielder to grab that ball. That was a wing and a prayer, and he got it, and that's another out for Al. Steps in here, 0-2, 1-0 count, 2 outs, 1 on here in the 5th, and they're still down 3-1. He swings at the pitch, and he gets wraps it right back the middle to center field, gets the base hit. Not enough to move that runner over past second. That's okay. We're going to see a nice little play here in the field. We don't get many of these, where he has to kind of move on over, grabs the ball, and on the run throws it to first for the out. Getting better at his fielding for sure. Here he steps in for his 4th plate appearance. He is 1 for 3. Hopefully he can do a little something more here. Maybe get Louisville going a little bit here in the late innings. He swings at that one and drives it to right center field. It is deep. Back against the wall is the right fielder and makes the catch running into the wall. Nice deep hit, but just not deep enough. Almost had enough. If the wind was blown out in that direction, probably would have been a little bit better. But we can see Al here is 1 for 4 for this game. Nothing overwhelming, but nothing underwhelming as well. 61 points for that one, and we're going to jump into Louisville's next game here. 64-67 on the season as they play the Indianapolis Indians. Some of these names are pretty cool here in the AAA and the AA ranks. Al steps in with his .314 batting average, 1 home run and 8 RBIs. He'll take the pitch from the pitcher here in his first at-bat, and he drives that one to right field, and the right fielder's going back, and it's going to one-hop the wall, and Al will chug around first and head into second. Stand-up double there for him. Good at-bat. That ball had plenty of carry on it, and just enough over the right fielder's head for Al to turn it into something. He just hustled there. He saw that one hop off the wall, and the right fielder had to wait for the ball to get to him, so Al took advantage of that and got into second. Stepping in here for his next at-bat, 2 outs, 1 on. Louisville's up 1-0. Al will set and wait, and there he goes, and drives that one right back up the middle into center field. He was right on that pitch there and gets himself a nice base hit, and the runner will make it over to second as well. So we got 2 on now, and Al's pumped about that. We'll catch the replay on that one. You can see he just gets around on that one nicely, squares it up and drives it back up the middle, and shows that potential for power. Comes here in the top of the 4th with a 4-run lead, bases loaded, 2 outs. Let's see if he can do something here and be that clutch hitter and impress the big league team with what he can do. Takes this one and drives it to deep right field. It is drifting over towards the line, and the right fielder ranges over and makes the catch on the run, and Al will strand all the runners there on base. Comes in here, 2 for 3 so far in this game with runners at second and third with 2 outs. They have the lead. Al's looking to get a little insurance runs here, and he takes that one and smacks it into left field. Nice hit there as the runner from third will score, and the runner from second will move on over. He picks up the RBI on that one, and it's a nice hit there, showing a little clutch there that time as he left all the runners stranded in the last one with the bases loaded. That's okay. He came back and made up for this one, getting his team a little insurance there. Now Louisville's up 9-0 here in the top of the 8th, and Al will step in with an 0-2 count, and nobody out. Takes that one and hits it hard back up the middle into center field again. And he's been on the ball all game long here, folks. He's been driving that ball right back into the same spot pretty much most of the game, showing that consistency and the ability to just kind of whack that ball wherever he wants, really, pretty much. Later on in the same inning, bases are loaded, and they will walk in the run, and Al will get credit for the run scored and getting himself in the scoring position. Adding insult to injury here in this game, and you can see Al is 4 for 5 so far at this point, hoping to get that 5th hit and he will ground this one to second. The second baseman will throw on to first for the routine ground out, and Al will be sent down. Does not get that 5th hit, but still has an impressive day with a 6 for 4, 2 runs, 1 double, 1 RBI. Manager's happy with that performance. Al will pick up 95 points for his effort there. In showing that, we will jump into our next game. See the lineups for the two teams as we go against the Columbus Clippers this time. And Al's average is all of a sudden up to 378. Nice when you don't have many at-bats, how quickly you can get that average up with a good game. We'll take the pitch here, and this one is deep, and it is far. It has a distance, but it's foul. There, he will have to go back and do that one all over again. 2-1 count here, 2 outs. And he just pops this one up. Shallow infield there. First baseman moves over and makes the catch on the pop-up. And Al will be sent down there. Next at bat, 1-0 count, 1 out. Takes this one and drives it right back up the middle. Drops in front of the center fielder. And Al will get himself a base hit there. Doing great as well. Another great hit for Al there. He's right on top of these pitches, and he's able to just send them back where they came, right over the pitcher's head, and gets himself pretty good there. Later on in the inning, gets himself up to second into scoring position. This one will be driven into the right center field gap. He will come around third to score. Gets the go-ahead run. Picks up 13 points for that one. And that's a nice little add-on there for the points. His last at-bat of this game, he will ground this one in the hole between third and short, and he'll be safe at first with a base hit. Solid contact there, looking good on that one. I'm sorry, one more at-bat for Al here in this game. Here in the top of the 7th, I believe this is his last at-bat. Drives that one to center field, and the center fielder will camp underneath it and make the catch. And the runner has to come back to first on that one. Not a great at-bat there, but he's done well most of the game. And here is Al in the next at-bat, and he drives that one right back into the ground in front of the plate. Throw on to first will get him there, and that will actually do it for the game here. 2 for 5. Decent game, nothing great, but scores a run, and that'll do it for him here in this game. He picks himself up 59 more points for the effort in this one. Looking well there with a 380 batting average. The 1 home run, 9 RBIs, and the 520 slugging. That's going to do it for this episode, folks. I want to thank you for stopping by. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new, and share this with your friends. We will see you around in the next episode of Road to the Show with Alfred Russo. Bye now.